Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulil Kareem. I want us to take a moment tonight and to place ourselves in a place and a time in history when the message of Islam was new. That the work of the Prophet ﷺ proclaiming this idea about the oneness of God, about the equality of people who were living in Mecca, about the rights of those who were freed or those who were enslaved, about the rights of women, about the rights of those who were poor, in addition to the obligations of those who were rich. And that in that time and in that space, he began to receive guidance. The guidance of the Quran. I want to remind you for a minute that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, at that time, he was known by his honorable character and his engagement in his community. He was probably one of the least likely to succeed, but he had something inside of him that we have inside of us. That something is a burning desire to do something about the inequalities that exist in our society. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was already a monotheist. He was already a good character person. He was already so many wonderful things known as Alameen in his community. But he would retreat to the cave, and for those of you who have ever made Hajj and you've gone to Ghar Hira, you can see down into Mecca. So he has a bird's eye view of the society that he's from. He could have said, you know what, these people have a lot of problems. And I'm good. I just stay away from them and leave them to Allah. But the Prophet ﷺ continued to go back and forth to this cave, seeking guidance. What can I do? And the Quran was revealed to him, and then he was sent back down to his people. And you can imagine, Nihad, if you come back from Oklahoma, man, you got the message that Islam is not a terrorist group. We didn't have any involvement with the Mir Federal Building. The Prophet ﷺ came with the first words of the Quran as a guidance to his people. A few followers gathered and they said, wow, this is amazing. It's a miracle. How we could be in such a weak state and Allah give us this great message. And then the Quran stopped coming. The people around the Prophet ﷺ began wondering, is this new phenomenon some kind of fluke? It was just a one-off. Next time, it'll be something. And so the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, rather than saying, we're going to lose hope, they started looking internally. Maybe there's something that we haven't done. And that's why the guidance and the gift and the blessing of Allah is not coming to us. In fact, we start thinking, oh, we're getting now that we proclaimed what we believe in, we have more problems than we had before. For those of you who know, then Allah began to send the Quranic message again. What surah? Surah Al-Duha. I'm not going to go through the whole surah with you, but the surah Duha was revealed. وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا messenger, ما وداعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير. Informing the Prophet ﷺ, I want to focus just on this part of the ayah, that what you have before you is better than what's behind you. I know people translate it as that the hereafter is better than now, but I'm saying to you, this akhirah is not just the akhirah of the next life, but also what is ahead of us in the weeks and the months and the years ahead. And so I'm saying to you now, what is before us as CAIR is better than what's behind. Fundamental element, forging ahead together. There is something about the word forging, not going ahead together, not leading ahead together or following ahead together, but forging ahead together describes a kind of emotional energy. You know, when you forge metal, you put it in the fire and you heat it. And if you add some flux, it begins to burn off the impurities until finally the thing that is forged, now once it cools, has an integrity like steel. The surah ends as my time is ending with all of these blessings that Allah has given us, and the guidance and the facilities and the capacity for us now being joined together, that Allah has informed that Allah is not going to leave us alone. Allah is with us. So now we have an obligation. And that is وَعَمَّا بِالنِّعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. Don't let the work that we do be a secret. Don't let the unity that we have become some kind of a private social club. That we now, forged together in this movement, have to go out and tell other people. CAIR has been historically great at that. I think it's time to make CAIR great again. Great in the sense that we will now moving together with chapters all across the country to proclaim one clear message. وَلِلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرًا لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى.